What's up, YouTubers? Welcome to another episode of Super Retro Geek. And today, I want to talk about three things that I love about Android in 2014. And on my follow-up video, I'm going to talk about three things that I hate. So the first thing I want to talk about, and this is mostly stuff from the Google I/O. The first thing I want to talk about is Android L, and that's the very next version of Android. Currently, it's in a preview state, but it'll be released in a final state hopefully soon. Now, what Android L brings many things to the actual picture, but the one thing that I love that it's going to bring to Android is uniformity and consistency across many different devices and even platforms. So Android has always wanted to be, from the beginning, they wanted to be everywhere, and this right here in the main website, they talk about watches, phones, tablets, TVs, but everywhere, even thermostats. So the problem that Android has had in the past is they've tried that, they've tried Google TV, their earlier versions of wearables that they've tried this on, and, obviously the phones and tablets. But the one thing that's always been a problem was inconsistency. Your version of Android on your Google TV would not be the same as on your phone or tablet. And the version wasn't so much as a problem, because you have different devices, so you won't all get the same version. But it's actually the look and feel, the way things worked. It was completely different. And so that confused a lot of people, and it's also made development a headache. So with Android L, what they're bringing to the table is their material design, which is their new design concept, a new theme. And so the whole idea with material design is to keep it simple, to keep it flat, to keep it colorful, and most importantly, to keep it consistent across many different platforms. So whatever Android devices you choose, Android TV, tablets, TVs, and wearables, it should have a very similar and consistent look, which I love. For people who are techies, it doesn't matter. But for people who are the mass consumers, the newbies, they're going to enjoy that a lot. That's why so many people like the Apple's iOS, because it looks the same. Okay, that's the first thing that I love. Now the second thing that I love, and this has to do, mainly with costs going down, but also it's going to be helped further by Android L, is the cost of phones and is getting lower, but the quality is remaining very high. And the latest example I want to use is the OnePlus One phone. That phone has flagship specs all around. It has the same specs as a $600-700 phone, but it starts at $300, which is amazing. And so this year you're gonna see more phones like that. I think like all the Nexus devices, the Moto G. So the phones are gonna keep getting cheaper, but the quality is gonna get better. And that is improved even further by the fact that Android L will work on with lower hardware requirements. So you're gonna get a wonderful experience from the top all the way to the bottom, and which is exactly what Android needed. And you're still gonna get the variety that Android has always enjoyed. And the final thing, the third reason why that I love Android in 2014 is features that are actually useful. If anybody remembers NFC a few years ago, that was a great idea, but in actual use, it's a pain in use. I mean, try sharing information with two devices using NFC. It's a pain. It's not easy to use, and most of the times it just does not work. Okay, but this year they're bringing stuff that you could actually use. It actually improved the experience. Things like Chromecast mirroring or screen recording, which showed up in Android 4.4, but it's not in a usable form yet. It should be by Android L, and user-friendly form. Things such as this, Project Volta, which is huge. And what Project Volta does is it's going to increase your battery life by 20 to 30%. So like 2 hours of extra time, which is wonderful. That helps everyone. And also things under the hood, like this new art runtime. And basically all that means is everything's going to run faster on lower hardware all the way up to your most powerful phones, which is wonderful. So all of these things coupled together, it's going to improve the user experience of Android. It's going to make people want to pick up an Android device. So those are the three things that I love about Android in 2014. And then the next episode, I'm going to talk about the three things that I hate. So if you had any comments or thoughts, please leave them below. And if you like my videos, please subscribe, and we'll see you on the next episode.